dampen me. Course it goes around the place with a smile upon my face. Happiness is there for all to see. I drive round London town and nothing ever gets me down. The life of a cabbie's fine, oh yeah, the life of a cabbie can fine.
Nice is that.
Do what?
I says, nice is that.
Yeah, Frank.
Doll,
Frank?
doll,
Here, Frank. I've forgotten what I was going to say.
do what?
I says, here, Frank. Oh, I've forgotten what I was going to say.
Oh. Now then, little Johnny comes home from school and says, guess what I found out today? I found out God's name. It's Harold. What do you mean? Asks his mum. He said, well, it says so in that prayer we learned. Our Lord, who art in heaven, Harold be thy name. Anyway, talking of God, in our local church last week they held a bazaar. By the tea stand there was a plate of biscuits and there was a notice which said, take one biscuit only. God is watching. Now, so by the stand where they had some apples, someone put a notice which read, help yourself to as many apples as you want. God is watching the biscuits. Then afterwards they had a bingo session. Now the priest called out the numbers in Latin so that the atheists wouldn't win.
Here, Frank.
Oh,
Here, Frank. What did he mean by that?
do what?
I says, here, Frank. What did he mean by that?
What did he mean by what?
Do what?
I says, what did he mean by what?
That joke.
Well, if he calls out the numbers in Latin, then the atheists wouldn't win.
Oh.
Now, what did the stamp say to the Christmas card? Stick with me and we'll go places. Anyway, there were... Oh, hang on. I hear a ukulele. It's not Santa, is it? No, it must be Wilfred. Oh, well, you look full of festive cheer. What's the matter?
It's like this governor. It's blooming Christmas again, ain't it?
Don't you like the season of goodwill and Christmas cheer?
Well, not when you've got 700 little mouths to feed, it ain't. Whoa. And it's not only that. You ought to see the list of presents they all wanted Santa to bring them. Yeah, Santa. Whoa. Well, one wanted a train set, one wanted a bike, another one wanted a scooter, and then there was a Meccano set, a policeman's outfit, a gun, and a doll. Yeah, oh, and on top of all that, the blooming missus wanted a brand new coat as well. Oh, strike her right.
Now tell me something. Does Santa have a big enough sack to bring that lot down the chimney?
Well, just about. Actually, I had to buy it all on a never. Oh, it's going to take us till next flaming Christmas to pay it all off. So, what are you doing this Christmas then, Governor?
Well, last year I thought I'd go over to Switzerland. You know, go to the Alps, see a bit of snow. I decided to have a go at skiing. Now, I started off okay, but quickly went downhill after that. Now, this year I thought I'd go to the south of France, the Riviera, get some sun, yeah. Then the missus says we have to spend Christmas round at her mother's place. I mean, did you know that Adam in the Garden of Eden was the only man not to have a mother-in-law? And he lived in paradise.
Well, I had an argument with my mother-in-law recently. She said she was so angry with me that she wasn't going to speak to me for a whole month.
What was so bad about that?
Well, that was 4 weeks ago.
So, what would you like for Christmas?
Well, a little bit of peace and quiet and a couple of pints of beer. Anyways, I wrote this little song about my predicament. It's called...
Not now, Wilfred.
I knows me place.
I know my place. It cracks me up every time.
But you'd have thought he'd have let him sing this song, especially as it's Christmas.
Now, I think we need a bit of cheer after that, although thinking about it, why is Christmas Day just like an ordinary day in the office or the factory? It's because you do all the work and a fat bloke in a suit takes all the credit for it. Now, what do you get if you cross Santa with a duck? You end up with a Christmas quacker. Anyway, to keep us in the party mood, here is, and I've got to get this right, Elytrik, not electric, Elytrik.
The clock on the bedroom wall says it's 10 past 10. I can't get to sleep at all. I turn over yet again. I've said my prayers and snuggled down, but I remain awake. I have tightly closed my eyes till they begin to ache. Keep thinking pleasant things, counting jumping sheep. So far 122, and still I cannot sleep. So Santa, please don't come just yet with your sack of toys. You only hand out presents to sleeping girls and boys. Please go the long way round through Brazil and Peru. 'Cause I am lying wide awake, not knowing what to do. Lying in complete silence, almost scared to breathe, hoping not to hear you sleigh as through the sky it weaves. And what is that strange sound coming?
Mum? Cynthia? Mum? Cynthia? Mum? Is it okay if I pop round to see Pamela? Do what? I says, Mum, is it okay if I pop round to see Pamela? Well, I don't know. You'd better ask your father. Dad?
Cynthia?
Dad?
Cynthia?
Dad? Is it okay if I pop round to see Pamela?
Do what?
Knowing what to do.
I says, Dad, is it okay if I pop round to see Pamela?
Is you asking me if you can pop round to see Pamela?
Yes, I was asking you if I can pop round to see Pamela.
Well, I don't know.
Do what?
I says, well, I don't know. Have you asked your mother?
Do what?
I says, well, I don't know. Have you asked your mother?
Well, she said I had to ask you.
Well, if you was just popping round to see Pamela, I suppose that's okay. You ain't going to be back late, are you?
Do what?
I says, well, if you was just popping round to see Pamela, I suppose that's okay. You ain't going to be back late, are you?
What? It's only for an hour or so. We'll probably just go up to her room and play records.
Well, that's all right then.
Okay. Ciao, Dad. Bye, Mum.
Yeah, Christmas. A time for goodwill to all men. Even Wilfred. Come on, the old cocksparrow. Sing us your song.
I thanks you. I thanks you. Well, Christmas strike a flaming light, eh? Blue ones in front. Christmas should be full of cheer, fa la 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 la. Thank God it's only once a year, fa la 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 la. Kids demand expensive toys, fa la 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 la. They blooming do. On Christmas Day the house is full of noise, fa la 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 la. And drums are banging, whistles blowing, and gunfire fills the air. Bikes are ridden round the rooms without a flaming thought or perishing care. All I wanted for myself was some perishing peace and quiet. Wasn't much to ask, was it? And if I was rich, I know I couldn't buy it. Fa la 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 la. Yeah, even if I was flaming rich, I know I just couldn't buy that peace and quiet. Oh, thanks you. Oh, thanks you. Oh, thanks you. And a merry blooming Christmas to all of you.
Well, thank you, Wilfred. Now then, just before I go, and as it is a last in the series, yeah, I know, last in the series, I'll tell you this joke. A little boy is walking home from a service at the Church of England. He meets up with a little girl who's walking home from a service at a Catholic church. And as they're heading in the same direction, they decide to walk together. Now, they have to cross a stream, but as it's been raining heavily the night before, it's more like a torrent. My mum is going to get very angry if I get my new dress wet, says the little girl. Well, my mum is going to get very angry if I get my new trousers wet, says the little boy. Then the little girl has an idea. She decides to take off all her clothes, and wade across the stream, holding them above her head. The little boy follows and he does the same. Now, as they're lying naked on the ground, waiting for their bodies to dry, the little girl looks down at the little boy and says, I've always been told there were differences between Catholics and Protestants, but I didn't realise there was that much difference. Anyway, that's the end of the show. Have a great Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we'll see you for a new series in 1963. So goodbye, Merry Christmas, goodbye, bye from the Dicky Gang Show. Ho, ho, ho!
the soul.
Here, Frank.
Doll?
Frank.
Doll?
Here, Frank. What's on there?
Do what?
I says, here, Frank. What's on there?
Well, you've got a film, The African Queen, with Catherine Hepburn and Humphrey Bogart.
What's on the other channel?
Well, it's No Hiding Place with Raymond Francis, 100,000 Halfpennies.
Do what?
I says No Hiding Place with Raymond Francis, 100,000 Halfpennies.
What's 100,000 halfpennies?
Well, that's what the programme's about, innit?
Sounds queer to me. I suppose we'll have to watch The African Queen then.
Well, I suppose it's so. Anyway, does you want another drink?
Do what?
I says, I suppose it's so. Anyway, does you want another drink?
Well, it is Christmas. I'll have another eggnog.
Mother, what about you?
Do what?
I says, Mother, what about you?
What about me?
Well, does you want another drink?
You need to put some more coal on that fire.
Yeah, but does you want another drink?
I'll have a drop of whiskey. See if that will warm me up. Here, that's not Dicky Fletcher. He's not black.
No, Mother, it's the film, African Queen with Humphrey Bogart.
Do what?
I says, no, Mother, it's the film, African Queen with Humphrey Bogart.
Bogart? Can't stand him. Oh, and make that whiskey a double.
All right, I'll get you a double whiskey. Well, I may as well have one myself while I'm up.
Oh, that Spanish onion keeps repeating on me. Oh.
I am happy with my life, just me and trouble destroyed. 30 years and not a single rat. And no matter how things change, for us it stays the same. We've remained